question, what do you think this guy is dragging like that? A trash? No. I know what you think. It ain't a trash. But today, in this video, we will gonna talk about what this man is dragging like that. When the people from the UK discovered what was in that trash bin, the fear overtook them. They got scared, man. It was really terrifying. So guys, don't be gone too long. Stay with me till the end of this video. Okay, let's do it. Guys, today our topic revolves around this lady. She's a British girl from the UK. At the time of the incident, she was in Accrington, UK, and she was at that time 47 years old. Guys, this woman had a really nice habit. She had a habit of exercising regularly, and as a part of her routine, she made sure to run every day, or let's say the most of her days. Okay, in August 12, 2019 at 4 p.m. At that day, Lindsay went to the park for a walk. I don't know if you know, but Accrington is famous with a lot of beautiful parks, a lot of beautiful places to walk. There is mountains, water, there is a lot of stuff, and a lot of people like. So the most of people who want to do some exercise or who want to run, they go there and they do some walks for like 30 minutes or 1 hour. So Lindsay at that day, she was running in one of that parks and she was alone. But the question is, did she come back from that park? No, she never came back. But what happened to her? Okay, before we talk about what happened to Lindsay, let's talk about this girl. This is Zoe. So Zoe said at that day, the same day Lindsay went for a walk in that park, also in that same park. She said at that day, I was in that park. She said, I was just trying to have some time. I was walking, then I got tired, and then I sit somewhere in that park. She said at that time I was alone. I was just thinking and sitting there. But while I was sitting there, I saw a random dude, a random guy who was walking on the street. Then when he saw me, he covered his head with his hoodie and then he crossed from the street and turned it towards me. I was looking at him and he was looking at me. For a second, I was like, is he coming for me? Is he want to talk to me? Then I felt like there is something wrong with this guy because the way he was looking at me and the way he was walking, I felt suspicion. I looked around and there is no people. I kind of felt in danger. Then I immediately get up and tried to walk to stay away from this creepy guy. But he didn't stop. He started walking to me. I stepped fastly and he did too. And he started walking too fast. That is when I decided to run away from him. Did he stop? No, he started running. Fortunately, I saw some people, like 3 or 4 people, and then I tried to run into them. But when he saw me running into that people, and I'm already closer to them, he went back from me. She said, that day, I felt this guy is trying to do something bad to me. But when he get back, he didn't totally left at the park, but he was trying to find someone else. And that person he approached was, unfortunately, Lindsay. Lindsay at that day, she left her home around 4:30 p.m. Also at that same day, at 6 p.m., Lindsay's daughter and her boyfriend came to Lindsay's house. But unfortunately, when her daughter knocked at the door, she noticed that her mom is not at home. She locked the door and she left it, and she also took the keys with her. Then her daughter decided to call her mom, but her mom's phone was out of the network. At that time, her daughter didn't have any idea about where her mom go. Did she went for a walk? Did she go in a very far away, or her mom's phone died? She couldn't tell exactly what happened. By the way, her daughter's name was Sarah. I was using the whole time her daughter. Her name is Sarah. Let's call by her name. So Sarah and her boyfriend used to live together in her boyfriend's house. She usually go to her mom's house. She sometimes visits her mom's house. Even she has a key for that house. But that day, she didn't took the key with her. She forgot in her boyfriend's house. So Sarah decided to call her mom's phone once again. But again, it's not working. Then she decided to leave a message for her. Again, she didn't respond to that text message. Then Sarah and her boyfriend decided to stay there. They said, you know what, let us wait here till she came back. They have been waiting here for like more than 3 hours. They was sitting in front of the door, but the mom is not showing up. What's going on with her? After 3 hours of waiting, Sarah said to her boyfriend, you know what, let us go back to the home, so I'm gonna take the keys to open this door. When she took the key and came back to her mom's house, still The door is locked. Her mom still didn't came back, and it is already going too late. That is when Sarah decided to call her dad. She said, "Listen up, Dad. I don't know what happened to Mom. I've been waiting here for like hours and she's not here, and also her phone is not ringing. I feel like this is not normal." But I didn't told you guys, but let me tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you now. Lindsay and her husband, even though they had a kid, is together, but they divorced a while ago. So they are not together anymore, but they call each other, they respect each other. It was really good to each other, but they live in a different houses. But the kid is sometimes they live with their father, sometimes they live with their mom. Yeah, they are happy. Also at that day, the kid was at their daddy's house. And as I said, Sarah used to live with her boyfriend at the time. Now, the time is 11 p.m. and she still didn't came back. At that time, Sarah and her father said, "Definitely something is going on. This is not right. No, this is not usual." At that night, Sarah and her father said, maybe Lindsay traveled to somewhere. Maybe she is in her friend's house. Maybe. Let's just think in a positive way. I hope she will gonna come back tomorrow morning. But the next day, she's still missing. She didn't came back. In that morning, in August 13, Sarah and her father decided to report Lindsay's case to the police. Lindsay's ex-husband told the police that Lindsay is missing since yesterday. She never told us that she is going somewhere. Her phone is locked. We are really worried for her security. So guys, we need your help. We want you to look for her because this is not normal. This is not her behavior. If she is going somewhere, she must tell us. When she used to go somewhere, at least she used to call her daughter, Sarah. But this time, she didn't call me. She didn't call Sarah. She didn't call anyone. Anyways, we want you guys immediately to help us to look for Lindsay because 99% something happened to her. Her ex-husband was really worried about her. Lindsay's friends and the neighbors and anyone who knows Lindsay said she was one of the nicest people they have ever met. She was one of a kindness. She used to help other people, especially she was a teacher. She used to help the people who has special needs. Then the next day when she didn't came back still, Lindsay's friends and also her friend's friends, the neighbor, like a lot of people decided to look for her. They decided to look for Lindsay. Also, the police started looking for her. At first, the police started from the CC camera. When they checked the CC camera, they saw her leaving her house, but when they tracked her, they saw her entering that park, but they never saw her coming back from that park. So she disappeared in that park. Maybe she's still in that park. Maybe she left from somewhere else, but they never saw her coming back from the CC camera. So the people, her friends, like a lot of people, the neighbors, the police, they started looking, like a lot of people, man. They started looking for her from that park because the police said we saw from the CC camera. So she is probably in this park. They searched inside that park everywhere, like everywhere. They checked the trees, the wood, it's like everywhere. Even there was a dogs with the police. Not only dogs, there was helicopter, even drone. But unfortunately, no one saw her. Not only her, no one even saw her clothes, her shoes, nothing. The people said at that time, definitely she is not here. Maybe she left from somewhere else. Maybe she got kidnapped. Maybe she got removed her from here. But she's not here. Definitely she's not here. At that time, the people were looking for her like for a week in that park. And no one saw a single thing about Lindsay. After a week, Lindsay's ex-husband decided to talk to the news. He said, "We are really sorry. We tried to look for her. We checked it from everywhere in that park, but we never saw her. No one saw her." And he showed how he is really sad and sorry about what happened to Lindsay. After 12 days of searching Lindsay, the police saw this trash bin. Did you remember this? Yeah, this is the one the guy was dragging. Anyways, when the police saw this trash bin, they never minded that much. They thought it was just a normal trash bin and they left it. Also in that same day, after 12 days of missing Lindsay, there was this man and his dog. This man was walking on the street holding his dog, but when he got closer to one of the graves, and that grave was closer to the park, his dog started acting strange. The dog started staring at that graves. Even the dog wanna go inside that graves, but the man held his dog so he couldn't run. But the dog wanna go inside that graves. The dog started walking into that graves. When the man saw how his dog is serious about that, he let it go. He said, okay, I'm gonna let you go and I'm gonna see where you wanna go. Then the dog started running into that graves. The man started running after that dog. After a little bit, the dog started sniffing something from the ground inside that graves. When the man got closer to that area, he smelled something bad, something strange. The smell was really bad. As I said, the grave is close to that park. It's not that far away from the park. When the man looked at the area to see what's going on with her, why is this kind of that smell, he saw something that looks like a feet that coming out from the ground. He started checking whether that is a feet or not, but suddenly it was a human feet, a real person. He was confused. He was like, what is going on? I know everyone over here are people, but they are dead, But why didn't this person bury it so well? There is something wrong with this. He decided to call the police and told them what he saw. When the police arrived in that grave and took out that body from the ground, they noticed that this was Lindsay, the woman they've been looking for like 12 days. They noticed that this person was Lindsay. When they did a research to her body, they was like maybe she got raped, They was trying to get some DNA from her to know who's the criminal. They searched the DNA from her nails because it's been a while. The body was there for like 12 days. While they were doing a research to her body, they noticed that the criminal tried to cut her legs, but it didn't work for him, or he changed his mind, because cutting someone's legs is kind of difficult. The legs are so hard to cut. But after a little bit, they found something important. They found an iron saw from that area and also gloves, which is probably the criminal used the body. Also, from that area, they found Lindsay's clothes and also her shoes as well. But her shoes was carried in a strange way. After that, the detectives decided to go back to the CC camera to get for more information. When they watched what the CC camera recorded, they saw a very strange activity from the video. They saw Lindsay entering that park, but after a little bit, they also saw this guy entering in that same park. That guy, after some time, he get back from the park. But when the detectives looked at that person's activities and his behavior, they felt like there is something wrong with this guy. The way he's walking, the way he's so fast, the way he's looking around. There is something fishy with this guy. But when he came back from the park, after some time, again, they saw him dragging a trash bin. Yeah. Where did he go? All the way inside the park. And then again, he came back from the park. But this time, it seems like that trash bin was very heavy. He was struggling with that trash bin. It seems like the trash bin is very heavy. What was in that trash bin? It was Lindsay. Yes, it was Lindsay, but no one noticed that he was dragging a body. No one looked at him or checked him or get any suspicion about his behavior. Everyone was passing him normally. No one looked at him. This guy was so stupid that he was dragging the body in daylight while the CC cameras looking at him like that. Okay, who is this guy? This guy is Rocky. It didn't take that long to discover who was that guy and his identity. Rocky was 16 years old. He used to live in the same city that Lindsay was living, but they didn't know each other. He didn't even know who was Lindsay. Then why did he do that? So they shared this guy's picture on social media, on the TVs, on everywhere. They said, if you guys found this guy, call the 911. But it didn't even take that long. After some times, this guy's parents brought him to the police station. His mom and his dad was holding his hand. What? A criminal who someone walking with his family just like that. What is wrong with you, man? His family was like, look guys, we think that you are mistaken. Guys, you are mistaken. This is our boy Rocky. He's 16 years old. He's a kid. And plus, he's a quiet kid. He can't do such a thing. So please don't waste your time with this little boy. Go and get the real criminal. But there is no one else other than this guy, other than Rocky. Also, when checking this guy's background, they noticed that this guy's IQ is very low. He ain't that smart, man. Also, he was dealing with social anxiety. The quiet kid, he didn't want to go with some people. He was afraid talking to the people, having a friend is. Then they asked it, boy, why did you do that? What did she do to you? Why would you? Hey, why? She was a very nice woman. Why did you end up her life? What did she do to you? He said, listen up, guys. You are mistaken. I don't even know this woman. I never seen her and I've been somewhere else at that time. Boy, you lying. Come, we're gonna show you something. They show him what the CC camera recorded. He saw himself dragging that trash bin and all of that. They said, bro, you're lying. This is you, isn't it? So they said, just tell us, what did she do to you? Why would you doing that to her? He said, listen up, guys. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I never knew her. It was my first time seeing her face. I didn't know her personality, her address, her name. Like, I never even knew that she was accessed. But there was this man who told me to hide her body. And I said, okay. Because of what? Because of money. That man provided me some money. A lot of money. Then they said, did you took that money? He said, no, he was a scammer. He never gave me that money. At first, he told me that he was gonna put that money somewhere in that park. But when I went there, I never saw that money. The FBI was so confused. Again, they got back to the camera to look for that other guy he's talking about. But they never saw any suspicious guy other than him. He looked like very suspicious. And he looked like he did all of that because look at his panties. They are wet. It seems like there is no one else other than him. He did this. Even though his family said he was a quiet kid, he was one of the nicest kids, he never done such a thing before, and he can't do anything like that, and he was even dealing with social anxiety. He was a very scary dude, but from the CCTV as you see, he looked like very confident. He looked like dead serious. Anyways, guys, lastly, this guy got life sentence in prison. Waking up some morning and decided to do such a things like that. That's crazy. Like with no reason. Just let us destroy someone's life today. Anyways, guys, I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel for more videos. And have a beautiful day or night or whatever time is it for you. Goodbye. Bye bye.